Today we're going to talk about the property of mathematics called the identity property. So go ahead and open the top tab of your properties flapper. This is where you can tell on the left side you're going to have the how to remember side. That's where we're going to fill in information about how we can remember these properties. On the right side are going to be mathematical examples. So notice the commutative tab and the associative tab are both closed, but I've opened the identity tab. That's where we're going to start today with the identity property. So let's look over here at the examples. Okay, so the identity property of addition says that you take a number and you add something to it so the number's identity stays the same. So take a moment and think about that. What number can you add to -9 so that it stays -9? If you said 0, you are right. 0 plus -9 equals -9. That's why we call 0, it is known as what we call the additive identity. It's a special number because no matter what I add to it, it keeps that number's identity the same. So let's fill this one in. 6 plus what equals what? How can we show the identity property of addition for this problem? All right, the answer is 6 plus 0 equals 6. Adding 0 to 6 keeps its identity the same. All right, now let's think about it in regards to multiplication. So we call this the identity property of multiplication. This says -24 times something equals -24. So think about this. What can I multiply a number by so that its identity stays the same? If you said 1, you are right. Any number times 1 keeps its identity the same. That's why 1 is what is known as the multiplicative identity. The number 1 is the multiplicative identity. Let's look at this other multiplication example. 1 times 4/5 equals what? Take a moment and fill in your answer. What do you think? If you said 4/5, you are right again. 4/5 times 1 equals 4/5. Notice it doesn't matter if the 1 is behind the multiplication sign or in front. They could be in any order. Anything times 1 is itself, and anything plus 0 is itself. All right, so how we're going to remember this? Let's go ahead and draw a quick little picture. Okay, don't make fun of my drawing. I'm not exactly an artist, but okay, so here's me. Like I say, don't make fun of my drawing. Okay, this is the back of me, so here's my hair. Now, I'm going to look in a mirror because, as you know, when you look in a mirror, you see your own identity looking back at you. So, let me look first in an oval-shaped mirror. Okay, and I'm going to see my own identity looking back at me. There's my eyes. I'm happy. The front of my hair. Okay. You get the idea. And okay, this is representing the number 0 because, as we just talked about, 0 is the additive identity. So this is how we're going to help ourselves remember this. When I add 0, I see my own identity looking back. Okay, let's think about multiplying. As you remember, 1 is the multiplicative identity. So I'm going to draw a big rectangular mirror this time to represent the number 1. And of course, I see my own identity looking back at me again. Okay, there's my hair. All right. So, ooh, that one got off. It's okay. Anyhow, the point is to see that when you multiply times 1, you see your own identity looking back. The same thing is true with any number. Multiplying it by 1 keeps its identity. I hope you enjoyed this video about the identity property.